Okay, so we're. Let's see, where are we? Oh, I'm loaded in. Am I loaded? I'm loading in. I'm here.
Okay.
Um. Damn it. I did. I did not. I did not log. I didn't make it to the pod. I thought I was in the crowd pod.
No, you were on the deck over here.
Oh wow. You by chance didn't loot that bag, did you?
I didn't see a bag. When you disappeared, it didn't put a bag out there.
Dang, damn it. Now I gotta go find tools. Oh, I was. Yeah, I wanted to ask you if we come over here where the containers are for the components.
Yeah.
If we put in a small cargo container here, and obviously festoon it, but we could move all the guns and ammo and stuff into one spot,
Mm-hmm.
so that
That'd be a
when,
good idea. Yeah.
well, I was thinking because when you search for comps, it'll take them out of the bigger containers, so it'll make it a lot easier to look for stuff in the comp cans.
Mm-hmm.
But I figured I'd check with you first to see what if you had a thought for somewhere to put it or something, how to build it.
Hmm.
Any ideas?
Well, we only really need a 1 by 1 by 1, don't we, for that?
Yeah,
And we're
unless
not.
you're gonna, but we'd have to
Are,
festoon it, wouldn't we? I mean, we're not gonna just leave it looking plain. It's gotta be.
and
I was thinking like, if it's
refresh
a
my
one,
memory. Are we running Izzy's now?
no, no, we're all manual. So
Oh,
we
well
would
then.
have to put a sorter underneath it that says suck all tools, and it would take all the tools and dump them into that can.
Right.
Now you can pull from the can,
Sure.
but
Oh, we
so
could have it now. Now our we could weapons are not considered tools, so we would have to have like tools, weapons,
ammo,
ammo. Yeah.
paint gun, paint chemicals. So we would put all that in there. Or we could just leave it all in this one big can here. But when you do a search for comps, comps go into this can.
Hmm.
So like if I need steel plates, or if I need steel plates, I type in steel. Okay. But if I need, multiple things, I'll type in comps, and that brings up the comps cans. And then I can see all the materials that we have.
And that one can has got a whole boatload of tools in it, and
Yeah, which adds to the scrolling of that one can.
hmm. Well, if we got a sorter that pulls all of the tools out of the assembler area right now.
Yes, it's the one that pulls comps also.
Okay. Well, one of the first things I'd like to do is take and get rid of most of the old tools that we've got.
Oh, good point. So,
And right now, if you put them in your backpack, drag them down to the assembler, and put them in the assembler, disassemble them. By the time you get to disassembling them, they've already been drawn away by the sorter. So,
so
I'm
there's a
still
multiple step thing. So we want to.
well, we could take and just turn the sorter off for right now, and bring the tools that we want to get rid of over to the assembler, load them in manually, and then disassemble them. And that way they'll stay there while we get around to disassembling them.
Um,
Got an easier idea, or
well, I think. Um, um, I would say we make a disassembling assembler that's just set in disassemble mode.
hmm.
and then we set the filter on that thing to only pull what we want to disassemble. So like we would set it to only pull tier 1 tools. And then it'll pull everything that we want to disassemble, and we don't have to worry about accidentally disassembling the tier 3 tool if we find one.
Mm-hmm.
And we could put that, I mean, we could put that right here outside the assembler building if you want, and then it's, what does an assembler look like? Does it look cool? I mean, it's just a 1x1, even a full-size assembler.
It's 1x1x2.
Yeah. I would suggest we tackle all of that at the same time, and we put a little, because the only thing we're ever going to disassemble is tools.
Mm-hmm. Theoretically, yeah, I would assume that that's all we're gonna.
But we should make it so that we could disassemble anything. So I would suggest a we could put it up here on the roof, so the roof stops looking like a big flat thing.
Mm-hmm.
We could put it up here on the roof, pull right from the line where the sorter is currently. And this way it can feed from all the cans and the assembler if somebody accidentally makes, I don't want to say who, but I have been known to act, especially with Izzy's, where I've tried to tell it to go disassemble all the tier 1 tools,
Mm-hmm.
and then I wind up looking in the can and I have 1,000 drills. Because like I've misconfigured something, and that's what happened. So I would suggest that we pick a spot for it. Do you want it separate? Do you want it on the roof? Or we have to make the building bigger to put it inside the building.
Hang on 1 second. Yeah, putting it on the roof. I mean, and then it's away from the other ones. I mean, it looks kind of. Let me take out what do we got up there now. Well, we could lay it down and fit it so that it's not sticking up above the current roof line.
Well, yeah, or if we make it stick above it, then it's... The other thing that we could do is we could leave... We could put the assembler here in disassemble mode, the 2 sorters, one to suck in from both sides, and the storage can to hold all the tools. And then, like, we could like put like a whole little, I mean, we have enough, this corner of the roof is enough space to put the whole thing up here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And just make it a, or again, we can put it somewhere else. I mean, we got plenty of space. We don't need to build up. We could build out. I mean, you brought it up. Do you want to do it?
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind doing it. We can do it together, whatever you prefer.
Let me see. What is...
See, because once you leave the assembler building, and it goes from this, stucco color into the steel,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
everything out here on the base is all connected. It's the one-way path starts when you're over here at the, when you leave the mine,
Mm-hmm.
there's a one-way sorter here. This, from here to ore storage into the refinery, and then the refinery
To the ore, to the
ingot storage,
Fuel
Yeah.
low.
and then
From ingot storage into the assembler building.
Fuel critical.
is all.
Now that's a free line. That doesn't have any sorter on it because the assemblers will pull whatever they need as far as ingots go.
Yeah, once you're out of the assembler building. So, like, once you're over here on this side of this sorter coming out of the assembler building,
Yeah.
that's the end of the one-way system. So, if you, hypothetically, because we can put it anywhere, but let's say you tap into this line right here,
Mm-hmm.
and you pull up to here, and you have a one-way sorter that goes into a can.
And it pulls what we were talking about.
All the tools, all the ammo, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you have a line that goes out that lets anyone pull anything going out. And then you put the disassembler over here. And anytime you want a disassembler, it feeds from that system also.
Right. Okay. So basically, we make a little loop in the system here. Kind of comes back in over here.
Yeah, so you have two sorters and an assembler in disassemble mode,
Mm-hmm.
and a storage can that we can then pull back from. Because that would mean that if you need a drill, you type in drill and you're looking at a can that only has drills, grinders, welders, rifles, ammo, paint cans, paint chemicals. Because I think the problem with the comps isn't having the comps, it's us being aware because we're doing it without ISIs. Again, by choice, not by any imposition of the outside world. But we're I have to go to some food and drink, sorry. You know, we're I don't know why this block is there. You know, we're allowing ourselves to do the disassembling. Because the problem without ISIs running is the auto build board in ISIs. I think we might be pretty low on ingots right now. See, this ingot can is empty. Yeah, like we're down to 445,000 iron.
445,000.
I
Oh
know,
my God.
I know. But I queued up 300,000 steel plates. And I don't think they ever finished. They didn't, because I got tired of clicking on the button to queue up 400,000. Let me queue up a few more. Like that, I just queued up assembler 4 with 100,000 steel plates. It's going to be sitting there for forever. Because we've put no modules on anything because we don't have the silver, the gold, and we don't have any platinum or uranium.
Well, I got speed modules on the refineries, but those don't take any of the rare metals.
I wonder if we can put speed modules on the assemblers. Let me check. I mean, I know we can put them. I haven't checked what they take. Let me see.
Speed module needs steel plates, motors, computers, small steel tubes, and construction comps. No rare metals needed there.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
I mean, you don't even need a metal grid, which would require some cobalt.
One. Let's speedball these things up. Steel plates.
Damn it.
Ooh, I didn't leave enough room in here for this. I thought I did, and I did not. Damn it. Wonder if I rotate that assembler. That side. Over here. I did not give myself enough room. Well, any little bit helps. That's a good call, man. I hadn't even looked at them. I had thought nothing about doing it. I wonder if we should move these in the building.
Damn it.
Arrange them better.
Can invent. Go get rid of some stuff.
We would have to tear the whole building down to rearrange this to fit them in here better. It is. There's not enough
Well, if
room.
you're going to tear the whole building down,
Well, there's not enough room.
before I start messing around on the roof up here.
Well, no. I mean, I would just. I would. All I got to do is just push the wall back a little bit on the back side. There's. Okay, you can't put it. Can't put in a speed assembler here because it won't have 2 points of contact. But I could put one here. Yet two of the assemblers. Wonder if I can I rotate these and fit. Let's see. If I turn this sideways, then this piece would be here, and this piece would be here. And then this one So why are these things green and blue? Or yellow and well, because I put that one on backwards. That might be a possible source of the issue. Apparently it doesn't work as well if you put it on backwards.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. That's.
I think you're pretty sure about
This
it.
could be an educated sort of guess here, but what I have noticed from my my experimentation is that if I put them on the right way, they glow green. Okay, I can rotate this one assembler. If I rotate it, I can put a power module out here. Alright, that takes care of one. And then this one. So this thing, I still have to move the building back one wall. Ugh. How hard is it going to be to move this thing back? Well, the dogs that are out here would appreciate me tearing this wall down.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them out there right now.
Oh, I'm out of ammo.
Sounds like you're out. Yeah, I heard the click.
Or as I like to call it, let's get ourselves some wolf food. Guess we got plenty of, we have a wolf delivery system, but we need some of the food to go in the wolf tray. Where'd they go? Oh, now they run away. How convenient. Excuse me while I step off of one block onto some ground right underneath me and suffer damages. I like when you can get like 5 or 6 of them to chase you, and then you turn around with the gun and you pick them off like one after another.
Open up on them, yeah.
Just one after another. You know, like their pathing is like, I'm onto your scent. It's like, yes, and so are the bullets going your way. They're onto your scent. All right, I'm going to move the wall back too. That won't interfere with anything you're doing up there, correct?
No, I don't think it will.
Okay. So let me... Oh, I was just about to tear up a floor, but I can't. I need the floor inside. So I need to come back to... and come up from there. Just a small construction detail. Can you move this wall back too? Sir, that's a wolf-bearing wall.
A wolf bear. Yeah. Okay. So did you change the name of the tug yet?
No, no. Do you want to give it a name?
I can't. It's your ship. Everything we're printing is yours. So
We have to figure out what's causing that.
I think it's like I don't have keeping privileges anymore either. It's just the way it is. When
Oh, that's some.
somebody gets
Yeah,
better
we're in
than-
vanilla.
Better than 50% of the base, they technically own the base, even though stuff shows up as built by other people. They're the only one that can paint or paint the stuff.
You know, we should. Do you see any downside in us turning that module back on so that we can do that? Like, that shouldn't interfere with us building something that's vanilla for someone else to use, should it? I mean, I would think not, but I'm just double checking before I just say let's turn it back on. Well,
what mod is it that we're?
I'm pretty sure it's just a command in Twitch on the server, not Twitch, on the Torch server. But I disabled all of those also, so we were in. Like, we're as close to vanilla as it is. Like, the only thing we've got running is Build Vision and the paint gun. Hold on, let's see. So we need. We have to stop if I go change it. Do you want me to change it? Because faction painting and faction ownership, we can go. Those are, I know right where to turn them back on. We just have to say, if we want to do it, I have to stop right now to change it, though.
Okay, well, let me just get this sorter sorted out.
Okay. Well, I don't mean stop right now. I mean, we have to, we just have to stop to do a restart. And,
okay.
I mean, you know those don't take long.
Let me fly off to the cryo chamber.
Okay.
I just saw John get on, but he's going to Satisfactory.
Well, are you heading over there?
A little later on. Okay, I'm in the cryo chamber, so if you need to bounce the box, as you like to say, 10-second countdown for the server restart. Woo.
It goes quick.
I don't think Jeff is too upset that I'm not playing with him all the time because I'm not building any bases or any vehicles or anything in the game. I'm just kind of roaming around, exploring, and trying to help out where I can. Well, you're not going to build any bases? Nope, I don't think so. And he's all about speed. It's like, well, why would... John's like, we got time. And Jeff's like, well, why wouldn't you build a faster conveyor belt? I says, do we have anything that's even slower than what we got now? Like,
it's a fun thing to deal with. You know, it's
I got the continued game. I didn't just load right back in automatically.
Yep. I'm enabling it right now. I just had to make sure all the pieces were there for it.
Can we possibly print out another copy of that quarry miner that we had the other day?
No, man, go for it.
Sorry, Dad. I lost.
I know, and actually, if you print it, it should print up with your name under it, shouldn't it?
I don't know how to print it. I mean, I don't have the. I didn't make a blueprint of the thing when it was here, so I don't have a blueprint for it. Okay, I'm assuming you've watched the intro a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah,
And all
yeah.
the screens that pop up.
Yes.
There's one screen where there's this red thing with, it looks like a jumbled ball of Christmas tree lights. They're all red and it's floating in the air, spinning around. Do you know what that thing is? Is it some kind of ball miner or?
It's a rotor with a bunch of lights attached around it.
Okay.
I built one in on Alpha One on Barsoom Space Ops down in the 70s 80s disco dance club.
Mm-hmm. It's not a gyro with a bunch of lights on it. It's a rotor.
Well, gyros don't move.
Okay, I'm not having any luck. I'm going to exit completely out.
Oh, the server's not back up. It's still rebooting.
Oh, that explains.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Here's me trying to banging on the door. Let me in. Let me in. There's nobody here yet. So typical.
Did you ever read Gary Larson in The Far Side?
Oh, yeah, the cartoon, sure.
Yes. So he has a cartoon where okay, we're looking for
I like the one of his where the two deer are standing there talking, and the one deer has like a perfect bullseye on the side of its chest.
he says a horrible birthmark.
Says that's a terrible birthmark, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that one too. Okay, faction paint is there now. Let's restart. Are we having a problem with faction ownership too? We're taking control of a grid.
Yeah. But you know, I guess the ease of taking ownership was covered by a mod that you had on the Alpha 1 server.
Yeah, I'm just checking Alpha 1's mods. Ownership logger, performance fix, delete tracker, Discord bridge, PCU transfer, player stats, death counters, essentials. Yeah, I wasn't seeing another thing that was a problem though. And we didn't run faction paint on Alpha 1 before. Oh, I'll bet you I know what it was. We were running a mod, not a plugin. And one of the mods took over that. Let's see, which mod would it have been? Faction ownership helper. Adds a button to all cockpit and seat blocks and we use to transfer ownership from other players in the same faction. That's what we're not running.
And that also, when it's not even your faction, it puts the button in to take grid ownership, doesn't it?
Yeah, and share with my faction.
Right. Okay. That's why I couldn't find it when I went looking for it and all those things. And it's like the secret to getting the ability to change the name on the red one was that I needed to grind off and rebuild. I think it was better than 50% of the stuff that was listed as being owned by other people. And it was, you know, even though I designed and built the ship originally, because I printed it on our rig, it's made you the owner. And then it said you were dead. But, I ground down the cockpit and the drills and the cargo containers, and that
That
was
is an
enough.
awful lot of work.
Oh, it's not a lot of work. I mean, it's easy to do, but you just got to remember that that's what you got to do.
Well, I mean, if that's going to be the case, I mean, we might as well just. If it's a problem, we can just put that model on it. It doesn't sound like it's. What we don't want to run is any mods that add blocks or anything. Because if it adds a block and we don't have it, we don't want to build something.
Right. Yeah, we want to keep it vanilla.
Yeah, because if somebody goes to run the mod later, which again, a very small group of people will, because it's only going to be somebody that wants to have a large fleet battle. All right, you should be able to get back in because I'm in.
All right.
Like part of my thought in the design was to make it so that people log it in and complain that it crashes their game. You know, with the comment of, well, you know, I warned you. You know, again, I think that's a difference in people's personality right there alone. You know, where I made the comment about, you know, like the story where we went down to go visit when we went down and visited Rocky on the way down to go pick up a dog. You know, I mean, there are people that I gamed with at Microsoft who, like, anytime I had to go back to Seattle, I'd stop by, you know, their office and say hello. And lots of times I would hear from people and they'd be like, "How did you get here? Like, what are you here for?" And I'm like, "I got a meeting over the thing." And I'm like, "What are you here?" Like they're just like they would be amazed that somebody from, you know, the East Coast would just stop by and go, "Hey, how you doing?" And it's like, "Hi, who are you?" And I'm like, "It's Jim." Like, Jim, what? Yeah, you know, remember when I said a couple weeks ago, "Hey, if I'm by," they were like, "Oh my God, you were serious?" Like I just thought that was like a pleasantry thing. I was like, "No, I got you here in my book. You're in my daytimer." You know, and you just carry around a daytimer. I'd have, you know, all the people that I knew that I just chatted with virtually, and I'd have their office number, and yeah, you just swing on by and say hi. I think after the first time, there was definitely a humor in how the people reacted the second time, because like, "Oh my God, I never would have thought somebody would come by." Like, well, why not? Why would you not? You know.
Well, I always like to, people that I talk with on the phone a lot that I never met. I always wanted to meet them because you get this mental image of what they look like. And it's like, okay. And then you go meet them and it's like, some of them, it's like, yeah, you're a lot like I pictured you to be. Other ones are like, oh man, his voice or her voice does not match what I was imagining that they would look like. But that's on me. But it's always nice to go meet the people and get to see them, and it's like shake their hand and go, "Hi, I'm." Loading, please load.
Okay, the back wall is gone. I just gotta rebuild the replacement, but the framing is in. And then we'll have 2 speed modules on every assembler. So my question to you about that door, did you know what was on the other side of that door?
No, I had no clue. I was like, what's over here? I was like, what kind of surprise am I going to get? And when it opened up and it was the outside, I was like, oh, wow, that is so cool.
Well, did it occur to you how close we were to the outside?
No, no, obviously it didn't. I mean, I was just, we were underground and I was like, we could go on for days. But you figured it out.
Well, it occurred to me when I was starting the framework for the garage. I was like, wait, I'm on the edge here, and the tunnel is right there. Like that means the bottom of the tunnel is not that far from the
Yeah.
edge.
Yeah. And even as far down as we are, it's still,
That slope is,
yeah, it drops off a long way right there.
but still, it took a long way to get out that. I mean, like I noticed when you were walking it, it was still like, what is all the way down like this? Yeah,
Mhm.
it's. But I did that, and my thought was, oh man, this could be a. Abandon the elevator and just come up the road. And then when I got out there and it dumped me off into those spines,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I hate these. That's the challenge of a mountain in this game. So I was like, oh, let's. All right, another load of steel, and then I can start painting, and then I can move the assemblers. Well, for a load-bearing wall, it didn't take that long to move it back. So this is LCD assembler of 3.
Inventory.
Now, you said weapons are considered hand tools, correct?
Yeah, so when you put them into the list there, you'll see
Okay, it's just hand tools.
2, 3.
Ammo, hand tools. I don't want it to pull bottles here because
No, bottles are separate.
we want those to go somewhere else. So.
Yeah. 1, 2.
Inventory
funny. We have 439,000 iron. The recommended iron for a medium base is 300,000. And we only have 127,000 out of the 900,000 recommended nickel. Like the only thing that we have more of than the recommended is gravel and iron. Oh, and silicon. It's interesting to see what the big board's recommending and what we have.
Energy low. Inventory full.
Okay, so if I move, let's make sure before I move these things. So I have to rotate this assembler, because if I just shift them over one, I won't be able to squeeze through the gap. So I have to rotate them. And move this one down two. You know, now that I've put the wall back together,
You had a different idea.
yeah. Let the module going this way. One, two. Is it just a space of one, or is it a space of two in here? One, two, in there.
Energy critical.
wall out here. Oh, I missed a lot of wall out here.
Nah.
yeah. Oh, you're building it in the wall. You should build it on top so it's visible. You know, break up the monotony of the flat roof. See, you're trying to be all subtle.
Sometimes, yeah. Not too often, but...
Oh, crap, I just realized this roof was slanted. Let me fix that.
Yeah. Next.
Oh, I could keep the slant and extend it. Go this way. Out of steel plates already. I picked up steel plates a while ago.
Only got 38,000 of them in here.
No, I meant in my personal inventory. Like,
I
how could
know.
I be out? They should have stayed forever.
Oh, this cargo container is chock full
Of what?
of components, tools, steel plates.
You talking about the first one there? Yeah, that Comps LCC01
Uh,
components,
Yeah,
large cargo
pretty
container one.
I believe that's the right one.
Yeah, that's the one that got me thinking about this, because every time I would go in there to pull apart, I'd have to sort through all that stuff.
Second one's at 34,000. It's got 67,000 steel plates in it. Holy crap.
Yeah, but you see how fast that printer sucks them up, though.
Mm.
And here's the thing. If we don't have them in that can ready to go, the printer will just keep right on going. The shipyard printer over there will just keep right on going.
And it won't make the pieces fill in all of the stuff on the ship.
And it doesn't
Yeah,
make a
when-
noise.
Yeah. When I printed the tug, it printed everything. There was nothing on the list, so... It,
But you don't know if it finished. And that's the thing that always gets me when I use the printer.
oh, yeah. You're
See,
right.
because, like, hey, we found everything. Okay, that's cool, but did you finish it? It's not my job description, man.
Yeah, I put a grid around it for you. But it's up to you to do the final QC.
Yeah, man, we're the framing team. You want a finished carpenter for that.
Really? One from Finland? Okay, so
So we had our house remodeling done, which was a project after we had a first contractor that I had to sue.
okay.
I've always told people, it's like, you would think that if the guy stands in my house, looks at my wife and says, you know, if you pass me one of your husband's law books, we'll make the bookshelves that size. That would be the clue to you to go, this guy's going to sue you if you don't do the job right. You know?
Yeah.
But,
All right. I've got this loop where the first sorter will pull in all of the hand tools and ammo.
Mm-hmm.
It goes into a cargo container.
Mm-hmm.
We have the disassembler attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Then this one is not on drain all, but it will allow hand tools and ammo to be pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what we want.
Okay.
And this one over here sucks all of the components off that direction.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're
Okay, so let's see what this does. So this sorter's doing tools and weapons, ammo. Okay. Ammo and hand tools. Okay, and this sorter is doing comps to storage. Okay. Alright, so just make sure I can follow what your progression is here. So there's comps going to storage. Okay, so everything is made downstairs comes up here. It hits this conveyor junction. And then it comes over here. So the only thing in this can
right. So let me go in and
here, so this can's empty.
okay. Now I'm going to put the tools that I just collected in my backpack into one of the assemblers down here. So let's give it a test. Okay.
So I have the tools. So there's paint guns coming in. There's some tools.
Should have just got a rifle.
Okay. There's some tier 2 tools.
More paint guns, tier 1 tools, tier 0 tools.
There's some marksman
I
rifles.
I didn't grab the ammo. But we'll test that too. Let me go get that.
Okay. And then the test would be go anywhere and see if you can pull the stuff back.
Okay.
All right, 7.
So what did we name that cargo container up there?
Tools.
Okay. Tools. Okay. All right, let me see if I can pull through an accurate rifle. And it came right into my backpack. So we're good.
Inventory full.
Now we have a single repository for all of our tools, guns, and ammo.
All right, here comes, I'm going to put that gun back in there. The accurate rifle should come through, and here's the ammunition. 353 clips of 5.56. It just disappeared.
And it's sitting in the, it's over here in the tools can.
All right.
Look at that. So we've cleaned up the comps cans to make it easier to pull materials.
Just go look in the doors
Or
of the
comps.
other down here to make sure that they don't have any tools or ammo or weapons in them. This one's got some scrap iron. But I can't grab all of it because there's more than my backpack can hold. also has scrap iron. No, we'll get it. All right, all of the scrap iron is. Oh, you know what? I didn't put paint chemicals on there. Did we want that to go up in with?
Yeah, I would think we'd put everything that's the stuff we use in our hands.
All right. Can you?
Yeah, I'm here. Let me modify this order. Ammo, hand tools, paint gun, add, paint chemicals, add. Okay. Did your paint guns just disappear?
I brought them over there. I thought they were a hand tool.
No, I understand that. But my question is, did your paint... Oh, that's right, because we're not pulling back from anywhere.
Right. I'm going to put them in the assembler down here. I got 740 units of paint chemicals going in right now.
Okay, here's one grinder I'm taking out of here.
It just disappeared. Did it show up there?
I'm just checking these other cans just to look for any stragglers.
And I have not set that assembler up there on disassemble yet, so.
And the paint chemicals are up here.
All right.
So we have a... For better or for worse, we have a system.
An effective loop that allows the parts to go to a specific location and also allows us to pull them out if we need them elsewhere.
Yeah, from anywhere. Yeah, the biggest thing is out here we're...
I mean, we can't go over to the ore can and pull it out of there, can we?
Well, no, I mean, but see, that's sort of the thing. From the moment the ore leaves the... And the only thing that's on the one-track loop here is ore. So ore leaves the refinery.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we can come up with a color for ore, we could paint the line and know that that's a separate line. You know, what's the universal color for ore? Bright pink? I don't know. But if we could paint that, like that line from leaving the head frame building has a one-way sorter on it. And the only thing going out that way is ore. Oh, and scrap metal. It's supposed to be sucking scrap metal through. Let me double check again. Ore storage. Man, these ore storage things do not have enough control panels on them. You know? It's, like there's literally nowhere is there a keypad on this thing. Well, I'll check it from over here. Okay, sorter. Okay, ore to storage. Pulls in ore, gravel, and scrap metal. Where is there a sorter called ore to assemblers? Show on HUD. You see a sorter anywhere called ore to assemblers? I just put it on the show on HUD, but I'm trying to find it. There it is, ore to assemblers. Back here. Sorter, this should be ingots to assemblers, not ore. This one says gravel pit.
I'm still grayed out on the tug ship. I got in here to try and change the name, but I can't. So if you want to,
can you take ownership of it?
There is no. Well, let me see if I can transfer everything to me.
Okay, ingots to assemblers. This doesn't let gravel come through. And this one pulls gravel. Yeah, the one that takes the ingots to the storage cans doesn't pull, because it only sends the ingots through when it lets the assemblers pull the ingots when they need it.
Well, I did the transfer to me thing, and the only thing it transferred to me is the beacon, which I built. Everything else is still listed as owner you. And there is no button on the
Are you in the tug?
Yeah, hold on, let me get.
Just hop out a second, let me.
Yeah.
We have to figure out what the deal is with this.
Okay.
All right.
I pulled it up off the connector so it would be easier to just segregate it from the 6 bazillion other ones.
Why can I not leave the cockpit now?
So why don't you leave?
I'm unable to leave the cockpit.
Can you try setting it down on the connector and hook it up to the connector and see if that breaks the mojo?
No, because I've given ownership of it to you without the share with my faction command. So I'm access denied, blocked out of the cockpit. I cannot get out of the cockpit. Am I straight over the connector?
Yeah, come on, straight down, straight down, straight down, straight down. Okay.
All right, let me see if I can lock it. I can.
Yep.
Okay. I cannot get out. Can you grind down the cockpit, please?
Yeah.
No, hold on. Hold on. I can't suicide myself while I'm in here. If I log out. Okay, hold on, hold on. This is not what's supposed to happen here. Let's get out of here. Hold on, let me get out of here. Okay, here's housing.
Okay, let me change it to share with my faction. Hold on 1 second. Okay, can you get out now?
Fine. Okay. That is.
I had to use the I button to get into the inventory control panel and switch it. So, okay.
All right.
So what did you change the name to?
Whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
So we have to make it a point that if we transfer ownership to share with faction, because because otherwise you can get yourself hurt really
Yeah.
bad. Okay. This is sorter, tools, weapon, ammo. Sorters, comps to storage. This is
You know what? It's still not letting me change the name.
sorter. Disassembler. Out. So here's an interesting thing. The disassembler,
Mm-hmm.
when it disassembles, its output's going to go the wrong way.
Hmm.
Do you know why?
When you disassemble it, it'll turn it back into ingots. Is that what it?
Yes.
And ingots can't flow back up from there. So, yeah.
So we need 2 loops up here.
So we come out the other side of the assembler with another sorter, and then go up and over to the ingot tanks
Yeah.
with a line. Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Or just tap into the line over here in the building. Because there's a sorter coming into the building. So we could just tap in on the inside of that line.
Okay, but when it breaks down those weapons, it's not going to break them down into components. It's going to break them down into.
No, it's going to
raw-
break them down into components.
Oh,
But then those components have nowhere to go.
well, we could just add components to the outbound side of the.
Pardon me a second. I'll be right.
Here.
How do you make tartar sauce? How do you make tartar sauce?
I make tartar sauce with mayonnaise and sweet relish.
Okay, I'm looking for an all-around recipe for tartar sauce. Because he makes things easy.
It's about as easy as you can get, Jim. It's sweet relish and mayo. It's two items. Drop a little into the other and mix it up, and away you go.
Okay, tartar sauce. Alton Brown. See what Alton Brown says. Made from mayonnaise and finely chopped pickled cucumber, capers, onions, or chives if you're, and fresh parsley. Chopped hard-boiled eggs, olives, and horseradish are sometimes added. And Dijon mustard is often used as an emulsifier. Okay. Typical variants contain Worcestershire sauce, red pepper sauce, lemon juice, or black pepper. Crowbar, you said mayonnaise and relish?
Yeah, sweet relish.
Sweet relish. Is there other kinds of relish?
There's a like a savory one, like pickle relish.
So, have I told you the story of how I'm 100% Lithuanian?
Yeah, you've told me that.
Yeah, so my wife, in her quest to try and fabricate fake news, just went out and made a fake webpage listing a whole bunch of strangers saying, they're on your mom's side of the family, you're 50% Irish. And it's like, fake news, lady, get out of here.
Uh-huh.
She even went out and bought this website to propagate her fake news called Ancestry.com and put it on there. It's like, fake news, lady, get out of here. Yeah, it's, she pulls up a whole list of people. She's like, look, you're related to them. I'm like, I don't even know who these people are. And there's Ancestry saying, you're first cousin with these people. I'm like, I don't know who you people are, just because you... Wait. Maybe my father fooled around with their mother. I mean, being Lithuanian, he obviously, had to be a handsome, suave devil able to swoon women off their feet.
But it doesn't list you as siblings, it lists you as first or second cousin.
Okay, so my father, where I obviously got my Lithuanianism from, if he had fooled around with those women also... Oh, no, I got it. All right, so my father had an affair with this woman. He was married to this other woman who was a horrible person. Switched the children at birth so that I could be around him to be raised. He also had relations with those other women that were her sisters because they just couldn't resist themselves. That would make them my possible first or second cousins or half siblings because we wouldn't share both.
Biological relationship to your father and those children.
How do you know? We don't have my father's DNA.
Siblings.
No, they would be half siblings. So DNA says first or second cousins. They don't say half.
That's not sibling.
The Ancestry.com isn't going to tell you half.
It does.
Where?
If you had a half sibling, they would come up.
Did Megan get DNA tested?
Yeah,
And does it say half sibling?
it's a sibling.
Sibling. She's not your sibling.
She is.
You don't share a common mother and
My
father.
mother's child.
You don't have the same mother and father.
It doesn't matter.
No. In fake news, it doesn't matter, but in the real world, it does. She just walked away, told me to shut up. That right there, That's the secret to a healthy relationship. Being able to go on long-winded tirades for no purpose. And then you hear of people who can't even talk to each other for an hour, and you wonder, why would you get married?
Well, I'm still not having any luck changing the name of this ship. It's still grayed out.
Okay. We're gonna install that mod then. And we're gonna do it right now because we're going down. I'm gonna do it over the maintenance cycle.
Okay.
I think that's the. Okay. Now then. Okay, during maintenance, I'm gonna add the faction helper mod. Have we figured out what we're gonna do with the assembler?
Yeah, we're going to put another conveyor sorter on it and run a pipe over to suck out the components out of there. Well, wait a minute. Let me think about it for a minute. I'll be right back.
I know, it's funny, isn't it? And we'll be right back. That's funny. All right.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
All right. Now, let me make sure that I got this straight. Okay. We're going to take and disassemble our obsolete tools with the disassembler that's up in the ceiling. And what that's going to do is it's going to produce components which are going to sit in the assembler, right?
Well, yeah, it could, or you could send it back to storage.
All right. We don't need to send it back to storage.
No. The disassembler is going to. You know what? Disassemble it and see if it breaks it down to components or back to ore. I forget. It might actually have to break. How can it? Yeah.
Yeah, because if it breaks down to components.
Wait.
we're
Wait.
okay.
Hold on. The thing that we're disassembling is a component. It has to break
No.
it back down to ore. Yes, because we don't build rifles. Those are built in the assembler.
Okay.
So that means they're a component. It just happened to be they're an assembler output. So the only thing that a rifle is made of is ingots. So it's going to
Okay.
break it back down into ingots.
All right then, because I was thinking if it breaks it down into components, and I'm thinking I'm stuck on EWE. I think, because a rifle in EWE is made out of 37 different components. But anyway.
Yeah, some of which have subparts to them.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to need to make a line back upstream so that the ingots that are made from disassembling those things can go somewhere, because we don't want them going. We can't let them go downline into the component tanks, cans, whatever. So we have to make something that's going to pull the parts and send them upstream back up to the
ore cans. The ingot can.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if we don't send it back that way,
it's going to be stuck in there forever.
And then once it's jammed up, it won't process anything else. So we need
I mean, I suppose somebody could go up there and manually look into the 1x1 cargo container, reach in, pull out the ingots that are in there, put them in their backpack, and walk them over.
Yeah, but the point is, so it's unattended.
Right.
See, and this is why people jumped onto the Izzy's inventory scripts, because Izzy's took all this over for people, so that they didn't have the fun challenge of using, the sorters and stuff.
Right. Okay, let's see if I can get back into game.
Because the fun of the sorters is having to do the work to move the stuff around, but also make it so that, you're never doing the work manually. Because you don't want to, do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want a system where the premise is, okay, go in here manually, and that's part of the thing that he did with EWE with all his stuff. It was like, well, it's the same thing with daily needs. Daily needs, you have to do stuff manually. That's part of the challenge. Do we want to make disassembly?
People off.
Well, yeah, but I mean, by the same token, though, I mean, we're installing daily needs because we want the challenge.
Right. Oh, there I am. Just ready to pop out of the cryo chamber. You're
Okay,
standing here unplugged.
yeah, I'm restarting Space Engineers. Apparently, I tried to move too quickly.
Mm.
I tripped over myself coming out of the. Have you ever played Farming Simulator?
No.
Because you never thought about it, or you thought about it?
I never really thought about it. It wasn't, you know, I kind of enjoyed SimCity when it first came out, but since then, simulation games, not not really what I'm looking to do.
Yeah. See, the thing that
I
got me
noticed
with. Go
there
ahead,
was
sorry.
there was a post about a new is that ranch thing.
Yeah, the ranch game. That's actually where I was leading the conversation towards, but I thought I'd
Okay.
lay the foundation. I didn't know if you'd looked at it or.
Okay. Yeah, I did. I looked at it. I looked at the post and I kind of read the description a little bit, but it's like, okay. Well,
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the. Like, Farm Sim presents an interesting farm challenge because, you're using equipment that's authentic and, you're having to do some specifics, but, the game allows you to dispense with time and, you know. Okay, so here's my suggestion up here. My suggestion would be if you don't want to stand the thing up, come on the output side on the top or the other side and come across the roof back to the with a forced pull or pull ingots and send it back to storage. This way it has two outputs. One's a forced pull of all ingots.
mm-hmm.
And no ingots can get in here because the only thing that can get into the assembler is the stuff going through this one can, which is tools.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we have to have two outputs because the way it is right now, everything is allowed to go. Perplexing. Oh, I figured it out. I got it figured out. And the assembler doesn't have to move.
Yeah,
Well,
what I figured is we'd just come the opposite direction from the sorter that points.
oh, you're talking about cut another hole in the roof?
Yeah.
I have a solution that doesn't require cutting a hole in the roof.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Get rid of this and make this a container junction. Okay.
Right.
That would allow anyone to pull from this can going out this way.
Yep. You're right.
Okay. Now, on top of this container junction, put a sorter at this height going this way that sucks all ore, all ingots,
Yeah.
and throws it
Yeah.
into the cans back there.
That'd work. Yep.
So it
I
doesn't
think-
require cutting a hole in the roof, but there is no way to get across this without coming up here under the roof. And you have to come up, and what you can do is just come out here and attach to this side of the can over here.
Yeah, and I mean we already got this pipe here that's above roof elevation anyway, so
Yeah, and it adds to the
yeah, okay.
character. You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let me see if I can.
Grind out. Okay, so we're taking out this sorter, putting in a tube,
Like a
and then
junction. Because you have to put.
oh yeah, if we want to block the roof up. Okay, and then
Because you need to put those parts up here into this. Why the hell did that happen? Oh, because we were fixing the rights thing. Let me get that out of here. Okay. 3, 2, sorter. There it is. Sorry.
so what is that you got built there?
Well, that's a sorter waiting for you to finish it.
Why not put the sorter right on top of the junction?
Oh, you can. Then you're just. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, which way is
No,
the
no. What?
sorter?
It's the
Pointed
sorter's
that
got it.
way?
Yeah, it's pointing that way.
Yeah, then okay, you're right. Yeah, let's if we wanted the pipe to be just one block above roof level, you're right. We have to do it
Well,
that
how
way.
high do you want the pipe to be above the roof? You can make it as high as you want. I mean, how high do you want it to be? Do you want it to be flush with the roof?
No, just one above is fine.
So like this?
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
Because that matches what we got over there coming from the gravel pit, the gravel trap.
I like how it's getting to the point that we can't put anything in container 1 anymore.
It is at capacity. Okay, I've got it sort to ingots and got it set to drain all.
Yeah, this is. I. I mean, we've run it before. We're running it now, but I mean, I can see why people can get easily confused by this. But I mean, so one of the people that's been playing and running multiplayer servers for years, they did a video a long time ago about them being an admin on multiplayer, and they went around and started like watching people have problems. And like one of the comments that they made was, they haven't asked for help. We're just sitting here in spy mode watching them. But if they ask for help, we ain't gonna help them because this is a problem that can be engineered out of. And it was a very interesting sort of thing because, like, there's people who reviewed it with the comments of like those guys were hard asses or jerks or, you know, whatever word you want to use. And it was like, but that's the point of the game. They're It looks like the only thing we still need is motors. You got motors on you?
Few, yeah.
If you got motors, you could finish it, and then we'd be green.
Nope, don't have enough motors. All right. Get, la, 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 la.
Can I pull the motor from here? No. Oh, I can. I can pull a motor from here. Sorry.
I got them done.
No, I was just saying I could pull a motor from the tools can. Because the tools can goes through the assembler, this junction, and goes out to storage. So yeah. So literally the tools can is virtually over there.
All right, so let's try disassembling some tools and see where the stuff goes.
Okay. Let me know when you're going to hit that button, because then I'm going to start a backup and then accidentally just go poof and delete the map. And we'll be like, what did you do? That's the kind of prank we could play on Svizzins, but then he would get mad at us for doing it and he'd leave for days. And it's like, oh man, come on, it's part of the... We prank you because we love you, not because we hate you.
Okay, did you rename this assembler to disassembler, or?
No, do you want to?
Yeah, I think we ought to call it that, but I can't find it. Let me ASS.
What are you doing? Just point and click at it. Hold down your control key. Oh my God, you forgot about build vision already.
Oh no, I use it, but I'm not for that.
You never used it to change the name?
Nope.
Yeah, if you do you want me to walk you through it?
I hit backspace and it tells me, "Oh, do you want to respawn?"
No. Here. Hold on. Watch my screen because it's way easier to show it than it is because I screwed up explaining it. Watch this real quick and I'll... Let me know when you're looking. Come here.
I'm watching.
Come here. Come here. Everyone wanted to hear me whistling in the microphone.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay.
So you control middle mouse button to bring up, and then the first one is the name of the thing, and you can right the middle mouse button to go into that. But
Okay.
I can't.
Can I let her go? Okay. All right, hold on. Ready? Okay, I hold down the control key,
Okay.
and it brings up build vision. Now I hit the middle mouse button, and now I'm at the line items. Up and down, up
Right.
and down. Okay.
Right.
Now, I hit the enter key.
Middle mouse.
Now I hit the enter key.
Enter key.
Yes. Now you see there's a cursor blinking at global and there's a cursor blinking up there. Oh, now watch this. Hey, hey, hey.
Okay.
Now, it won't take effect until you hit enter in the bottom. Because you're not typing at the top. What you're typing is in the bottom.
Okay.
If you hit enter, it'll change its name. Hit escape, and it doesn't.
All right. So let me
Let me cancel this stream.
try that up here.
Yeah,
Ah,
stop streaming. There we go.
all right. Let's see. All right.
If I move this assembler over to, it'll be blocked here, so I have to rotate this one. And this one has to. One speedy dinky. I remember where exactly I was the last time I was in this room. I was standing here going,
Okay. This is now called disassembler. So let's go here.
yeah, this is assembler 4.
Inventory full.
I'm going to disassemble those normal automatic rifles too.
I don't know if those are better or not, so whichever one you
Oh.
want to, whichever one's
All right.
better. I mean, you might want to.
Well, I'll keep them. I'm taking all of the level 1 and level 2 tools. We have that's the normal ones and the enhanced ones. We have quite a number of the
The
proficient
normies.
ones.
That goes here. This one goes here. That one goes here. Okay. So our speed went up, and we gained another assembler.
Inventory full.
Okay, now, did all of the ingots that were produced go bye-bye?
No, that's a separate.
Yep, they certainly did. The disassembler has absolutely nothing in it right now.
Okay.
Let me check here. No ingots in there. No ingots in there. No ingots in there. So, son of a gun, looks like it might have actually worked. Are you up at the tug?
No, I'm trying to finish moving the assemblers around inside so that they all have speed modules.
Okay.
I've got a couple more things to finish welding, and then I also have to.
All right. Just so you know, I took and I added a little appendage onto the shipyard deck
Uh-huh.
and stuck a connector up there, and the toxic Revenger is hanging on that while I work on modifications to it. Once it's done, I'm going to take all of the stuff that's just gridded out here back off. But it's a temporary workspace, I guess.
I'm a builder, and I don't tear stuff down without asking.
Okay.
It's too easy to.
I just so you know,
Yeah, not a problem.
always worrying about you taking it down, but I just wanted to let you know that it's not a permanent addition. So, or that's my intention, is to not have it be a permanent addition.
I don't know. You
So,
might have thought it looked better, and this is
no, it's just a little wart growing on the side with
Energy low.
okay.
enough
So
room.
well,
Go ahead.
no. Again, man, carte blanche. If you see something that could be done better, let's do it. It's
See if I can pull one from over here. See, I think I want an accurate rifle. And boom, right into my backpack. I'm at the shipyard, and we can definitely pull stuff out of the tools container.
what are you pulling?
I just tested with a rifle.
Oh, that's cool.
Inventory full.
Now I don't know why, but I just pulled out 7,000 pieces of gravel up here.
Where at? From the assemblers?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Inventory full.
So it's something that made it it made it into a conveyor junction.
Inventory full.
So we gotta connect this guy over here somehow.
Inventory full. Energy critical.
Yeah, I think those EWE conveyor tubes spoil you. You know, by being able to put the T junctions and stuff all over.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them. I certainly enjoyed them. They made for some very fun designs, but, you know, when you come back to this and it's like, well, here you go. Because, you know, all those T junctions aren't on Pertam in Industrial Overhaul. All right, I gotta get rid of this gravel. Trying to figure out how to. I get to put two pieces of roof back together. Okay, all 5 conveyors, all 5 assemblers are reconnected, and all 5 of them, including the new one, now all have
A speed mod?
2 of them.
Okay.
So every one of them has 2 speed mods now. It's interesting to see people when they play this game. They've like, especially early on, used to have these debates about whether or not it should be a speed mod or should it be something else. Oh, missed one. I mean, you can always get more power. Unless you're, you know, a self-imposed sort of scenario with limited power.
Mm-hmm.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Let's see, can I eliminate this junction? Okay, I need, so there's one coming in and one that goes up to be out, so that's 2. And then there's 5 machines. So that's 7 spots. So I can't do it with one conveyor junction. So it means I gotta have at least 2. And right now I have 2. So I should be able to eliminate one of these junctions. If I come in and come the one underneath it, that one, and that one. And then I can go over to that one.
Inventory full.
Here.
Oh, now somebody's happy.
He's guarding the house from
Whatever
knows?
might come down the road.
who knows what and who knows why, but he's doing it. The beauty of it is no one gave him that job. You know? He just is like, hey, this is my pack. Or whatever he calls us. He might call us the 5 idiots he lives with.
This is my team.
Okay. Yeah. No matter how many times I tell myself, stop fat fingering the keyboard. Still seem to enjoy doing it. Okay. So we come in here, and then we're connected to assemblers 1, 2, and 3. And then we connect over here. Oh, even nicer. Oh, yeah, this is... Let's do it that way. See, we're streamlining, making things look better. Why? Because we have a shortage of materials. Oh, I picked up... my inventory was full. It's been hard for me to maneuver around here.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know, I've been trying to grind stuff down to rebuild it.
Right.
I picked up another 13, almost 1,400 units of gravel. Like there's just gravel that's snuck in all over the place around here. Okay, that one's out of there. We make that a junction. Okay, so I eliminated 2 cargo containers in this room and 2 junctions. It's almost like I had no plan at all when I started this room. So I was just expanding the building just recently,
Yeah.
and if I'd have thought to myself, put the stuff all in one big line. Okay, we're green coming in. We come to this container junction. We can get over to here to 1. We're feeding 2. We get to 3. Okay, we leave 2. We're green going to the next row where we branch off and feed those 2. And we feed up to the roof. Cool. So, what is the HTML color code for gunmetal gray? Is it GRAY or GRAY? The hex code for gunmetal gray is 8D918D. The fact, see, it's just amazing how many times you can sit here and be like, hey Google, I got something stupid I just thought of, and I've done nothing to research it. Do you have this information? Why, yes, I do. I'm looking for, here's the answer. I haven't told you what I was looking for yet. I know. Trust me. Okay. Maybe that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like a blue steel color. Maybe that's what I need. Blue steel is actually called steel blue. I'm out of ammo. Gotta queue up some paint chemicals. Oh wow, that's cranking quite a bit faster. You can see that flying in the build window. assemblers are moved. We now have 5 of them down here, and you built the disassembler up top.
Mm-hmm.
The disassemblers are all painted blue steel. The floor is polished because it's a clean room, you know, because this is 3D printing. I fixed the, I moved the wall back too.
Okay, well, you know what? I think I'm gonna go get a little lunch, and then after lunch, I'm gonna go play some Satisfactory.
Well, you have fun.
And I'll be back later on.
I appreciate you taking some time over here in the worlds of space engineers.
Oh, hey, I enjoyed it over here. It's quite challenging and fun.
What did you do today that was challenging?
Trying to figure out which side of the rover I'm going to tear down here. I think I got it figured out. So,
Well, that sounds like a fun project for next time.
although sometimes print that ship was a little bit of a challenge too, because it just, you know, I kept turning, I kept lining it up, and then I turn on and off the show only printable, and nothing would show up. I'm like, God dang, I'm pretty sure I got it lined up properly. So anyway, ultimately I got it lined up properly and it worked. Oh, one thing that we definitely need to do, Jim, before, you know, not before I go, but before it disappears, is get the name change on that tug. It still would not allow me to do that.
Where's the tug part? I'm looking for it.
It's up on top of the ice.
I see it.
Large storage container for the ice.
And are we sticking with the Captain Stabbins name?
Sure, why not? That works.
All right.
It's an inside joke.
That's a joke on its separate level there all by itself.
It is. Yeah,
It
you're
is.
right about that.
Yeah, it is. All right. Get out of here before we start making more dirt jokes.
Okay, I'm exiting now through the gift store.
Have a great day.
Thanks. I hope to see you later on.
I'm gonna put up the picture before I go grab lunch. Well, I haven't pulled up a picture in a couple weeks. Where's this from? board. Let's go fix some LCD panels. Let's remember our Roman numerals properly. So she's 28. Brave man, hero of the community. All right, let's see what we got. We gotta empty out our bags here. And refill our tanks. Let's see if we can get there in time. All right, what are we carrying? Don't need any of this. And she's full. This can's almost full. Holy crap. What the hell's going on down here? She ain't full. So, let's go refill the hydrogen tanks. How much time? Where is it? 11 minutes. We can make it. Medium can. Small can. Heading out. Looking for a war in all the wrong places. See, this will be an easy.
Your health is low.
Let's stop touching the ground. Yeah, I know that tap on the ground sucked up all my health. Ugh. All right. We gotta get some more ice back in here again. The drill rig. Is that a beacon or is that a bookmark? GPS. Let's get rid of that one. Garage rooftop, we don't need that. Alright. is a fluorescent green color, alright. What did we get? Tofu, cucumbers, we got this, some organic, some water. Anything in here to take out? No. This can's almost full. All right, we did quite a bit of work effort this morning here. We got nothing done in the garage. We got nothing done in the elevator. What signals are there? They're just going to be housing and antenna. Housing's up there on the roof. You could shut those off. What's back here? Get rid of that sorters. Shouldn't be advertising. I mean, we needed it to figure out what it was, but once that was done, we didn't need it advertising again. Show on HUD. Off. Okay. You don't need this in inventory or tool marking thing. Alright, let's grab all the sorters. Sorter 10. 4 and 9. Gotta find those. Get them named. Okay, this is sorter. This is assembler. Ingot storage. And ingots, yep. Okay, which ones are those? 10, 4, 12. And 9. Alright. 4, 9, 10, 12. Four, 9, 10, and 12. Okay. So refinery something. What's he sorting in this? Stone.
Low health.
And what's this sorting? Stone. Sorting stone in that one. Torch green, toolbar config, show on HUD. Stone. And what's this stone? Stone. unnecessary hole through the tunnel. That's what happens. Okay, we've got a couple of vehicles. We need a place to park them. I'm thinking, but again, let's see what everybody else, if they have a different idea. So, here's what I'm thinking. Where's the base? We put all the vehicle storage in here. So you fly in here, and you're under all this, and we can run the connections right down to you, and have a staircase coming right out. Make under this the underground storage area. Something interesting. You know, if we just put it up here on the ground with a stick, it's not a challenge. All right. Let's call it for a little while. Have a great day, everybody. And thank you for the 28 people who were watching today. Was it 28? Could have been a little bit higher. But let's call it 28. Hey, Major. No, we stayed on while doing some mod editing. We the live scene wasn't as wasn't as interesting. But that's the ending of the day. Yeah, if we're doing